on the same team, if you think about it.
Yeah, you are with them to an extent. So yeah, you notice it, but you can decide whether you want to keep going with your game. Fiona doesn't seem to have noticed anything. You don't notice any difference in her behavior, and you guys are still drawing cards and playing as you were as far as her behavior. The imp, however, is his eyes kind of are seem to be shimmering with like a yellowish hue, kind of glinting, and they're more piercing and visible than before, where they were just idle in the past. So he's definitely focusing on you to one extent or another. Yeah. So do you want to do anything in regards to the combat, or do you want to just keep going about your business?
Yeah, I'm just gonna, knowing that there's a devil in the building, I'm just going to be, like, in my head, like, shit, what are they up to? And be like, and just continue to play cards.
Yeah. Probably try to also distract her for noticing the lizard freaking out. You can see it.
Far be it from me to get in the way of a devil's whatever devil.
Yeah. All right then. That is good. Then we go to the next person, which is this cultist down here. This is the woman that was making a run for it. She continues to move as much as she can.
Wow.
But she's going to get opportunity attacked, and she doesn't know it.
So like this guy's just letting her go.
Actually, she's going to try to disengage. I'm going to be kind of bend the rules and make it be a dexterity check. Whether she.
Ooh.
Okay, well that's bad for her. She's like visibly terrified, and the hue of her skin, which all Barovians are naturally quite pale, but this one is ghastly white in response to this creature's appearance. She runs and she tries to leave the room, but right as she's about to do so, the creature turns and slashes at her with its menacing claws.
I mean, not to tell you how to do your rulings, but a creature of that size has reach, therefore it would still be in attack range at that distance. So.
Yeah, but I mean,
she
tried to disengage. Yeah,
if you want to do it.
And yeah, I agree.
Spend your action disengaging. No one gets it.
Yeah, I know. I'm bending the rules to make it so that it's more thematic, and that she's also not as capable as a combatant as others. And she rolled. That's why she rolled that dexterity, and that's why she's going to fucking get killed. Yeah, and she's almost about to make it out of the room, and so she gets cut down from behind. This massive creature's claws rake across her back, and she just kind of lets out a cry, one that doesn't seem to echo off the walls again, as Lucian noticed before. So there seems to be a sort of sound muffling effect over the cellar. Yeah. And so she dies immediately. She, like, let's say her body has momentum enough that she kind of falls down in the ground here, and her back is just torn open. You can see like her spine and everything. She was almost cut in half, to be honest.
So I wish it was my turn.
Super dead. Darius, now it's your turn. You are in the room.
Oh, before taking that hit. Okay, first thing Darius is going to do is just abandon this ruse, get as far like in the corner as possible.
Yep.
And, yeah, Scotch and Ray.
Okay.
It's 3 hits, right? Yeah.
Yep. Are those attack?
Oh
yeah, they are.
Need multiple attack
for each ray. So, but yeah. So I'm gonna say the 21 hit.
Bunch and then...
Yep. Yeah. Okay, so
21, 13.
What is its DC? Oh, nope, everything hits. Despite.
Oh, really?
Despite having disadvantage, you still hit with everything. So, yeah, deal the damage you wish.
I have a question. Would knowing a devil's name do anything mechanically?
What the hell just happened?
Maybe, I don't know yet. But anyway, you can,
I roll it manually.
yeah, and give yourself the slots back that are
Yeah,
necessary.
yeah. Also, a +2, is it on each one or totally? Because remember you gave me that thing.
It'd be on each roll, so I'm gonna give it to everything you
Cool.
did.
Okay,
So
10, 11, and wow, snake eyes. Big man.
Actually, yeah,
So
I'm giving it. I'm
25.
saying 10, 11, and 10. I don't know because you already did 3 before, so it's 3 total rays, unless you upcast it or something.
Oh yeah, there's a 9 up there. Sorry, I didn't see that.
So yeah,
It's just
8, 9, 8. So 10, 11, 10. So
Yep.
21, 30. That's pretty easy. No, 29.
cool. And then I think I just saw an opening when Carlos got cut in half. So now I'm going to vein out of this room.
31
He only
damage,
gets
and then
one reaction per turn, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
Cool,
the,
it just-
the only very specific things have a exception to that, and it does not. So, yes, it does. It tries to lunge at you for the thematic effect, but does not even come close.
That's cool. Yeah, guys, there's a big fat thing in there. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, while sound in this space is kind of weird, it's still operating. It's just like very
Sure.
muffled.
Absolutely.
Yeah, see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
and you can see some vague movement, like the shadows, and also the room is like red, like blood red practically.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
think it's being artificially lit. The candles in the corners are no longer at all normal fire. So yeah, you make it out of there no problem. You notice that when the fire hit the creature, it kind of shook it off to a great extent, and that didn't take the full effect.
Okay, gotcha.
You know that from your own experience that was not didn't find all purchase.
Yeah, I can do
Alright.
that.
Yep.
I
All right.
gotcha.
So 1 is your turn now.
Okay, so given Darius just went up saying, "Oh, there's a monster in there," one is like thinking, so
tend to
she's
do that.
going to nonchalantly sort of nudge that body next to her into the room. And because her floor is like troublemaker, she's going to like whistle to herself as she reactivates the hidden trap behind the wall to close the door. Basically, it's like not gonna involve myself in that.
Okay.
Wait,
Uh,
what?
There is an actual in-game
thing around
reason she's thinking of. Basically, it's the troublemaking feat at the floor, but there's going to be a possible benefit, which is keeping down the noise of the battle by doing so.
Or at least, yeah, the vibration. Yeah, you're not completely aware of the muffling effect, so it makes sense that any character you would be operating under that assumption.
Mm.
Lucian is definitely cognizant of it, and you are going to be more aware of it as time goes on. But yeah, you close the door behind him. That's allowed. But I need I forgot something, Darius. Darius, can you do a con save for me?
Concept,
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Okay. Nothing happens.
That's my second best stat.
It's nothing that you noticed. So
Okay.
the door closes. 1, are you still where you are? 1, you don't want to move.
Oh, I'm nonetheless going to shove the body inside, and it's like take cover behind this fin, so she's like not stealth, but ducking down, prone behind the wall to hide.
Okay. You're
Potentially,
got
if
cover.
someone checks in for the noise we've just made.
Yep. All right. So yeah, I'll put you against the corner. You are. The door's closed. You put the body inside. Everything happened. That is fine.
Yeah.
All right. Now it is this creature's turn. You don't know what it is. That's why I'm using that term.
Can I also be told if we hear more or less noise once the door's closed to see if that has helped minimise the?
if it was already hard to hear before in terms of how sound operated in the room, when you do close the door, it's deathly quiet.
Ah.
You can't hear anything coming from the other side.
Excellent.
It's like I said, it's supernaturally quiet in here.
So let's just hope Lucian can survive.
Hey, by the way,
Yes.
I had detect magic up, right?
Yes, you did. I did do that. We did that before to see if there were any auras or traps or anything, and you did not detect
Yeah,
anything.
that's what
It has
I'm
not been 10
asking,
minutes, so
like-
you still have.
Is there an effect on that room? I mean, there obviously is, but can I see it?
An effect. Not like a spell, but it is magical.
Sure.
There's magic infused throughout this entire cellar, and it just becomes stronger more toward the space you get. That's what I will say.
Sure.
Okay, so let me do a couple different things. I want to cover that door back up. So let's do that. I also, when you do this one, you hear the voice of the one that gave you. One second, I want to try to make sure I get the right one.
It's
which will
the
actually
Spider
fit.
Queen, the...
Either the Spider Queen or the one that I'm trying to decide which specifically would make the most sense in this situation.
I know she has a different
Um,
title, but yeah, can't quite...
Yeah, there's Drizlash, the Nine-Eyed Spider, and Seriok, the Hellhound Whisperer. And then it's Drizlash. It's a female voice, kind of sultry. If you could somehow communicate to Darius who it was, if they were talking to you both, you would recognize it's the same one, Darius, the same person. And this person says to one telepathically, well, aren't you a troublemaker? We all want to be entertained, so let's make this more interesting. Something along that effect. And when she does that,
Sure.
when you close the door, yeah, look at all these things.
Would have thought she'd approve of being subtle and and backstabbing, you know, being quite evil and whatnot.
Yep, she may be.
Backstabbing your allies. It's very in
I
keep.
don't know. I consider the guy who closes the door on people trying to run away from a monster pretty not good.
Yeah, that's pretty harsh.
That's why I
But
say
it is
that I
not-
would have thought the voice would approve of that action, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I assume there's a
So
way
yeah,
out
these skeleton-
inside, by the way. There has to be.
Yeah, you have not actually seen into this room, Tyler, so you're not aware of its in full architectural layout. So that is an assumption you made. All these skeletons start like breaking out of the ground
Oh,
and
shit.
make themselves present in this area here. And kind of like one just kind of springs up in front of you, Darius, as you're moving.
Hooray. I can claim I did it for Lucian's protection.
Yeah, and they're armed with various things and have their armor is in not a terribly great state or anything either. But all the same, they are there. Let me add them to the order now.
Sure. Oh, Cole is part of the initiative. I did not see him
Yes.
go after Lucian.
Yes. So 22. Wow. Okay. So they won't be going until then, but they will be going soon. So put them in the right place. Okay. So the preacher went. Actually, the preacher did not go because they're not gone yet because everything else has been going on. One went
I'm not
first.
hurt.
Yeah.
I'm not
Exactly. So. All right. Cool. This thing, after being struck with fire, kind of without much effect. I mean, you can see some scorch marks on it, but nothing profound at all. Especially with something that you've seen Darius do before. His magic is quite potent. He turns his attention to the rest of the people in the room and attacks, or at least looks at. Let me get some music here. There we go. Looks at the cultists and lets out a bellowing laugh that, although loud, it is again muffled on After Effects. So there's no echoing. It's like it's being yelled into a huge hangar. So it just goes into nothingness. But you very much hear it, and it's very loud to you, Lucian.
Yep.
And then he lunges out with his teeth, trying to chomp down
Jeez.
on your shoulder.
Oh yeah, he. Sure.
And then
He'd be fine.
slashes at you with his blood,
He slash.
and then slashes at you again. Actually, this is actually at the cultist next to you. This one is kind of ducking behind the chair. I'm not even gonna roll because it will kill it. So this one dies, but she's like slammed up against the wall over here as she's like kind of ducking down and things like lumbering around. This chair is broken, and you are hurt. Let's see how much damage it did to you. 24.
Definitely hurt.
You just checking something really quick. Yeah, okay. I'm just making sure that you did take off your shield like you said you did, and
Yep.
you did. So
Yep.
Did he have
affecting your
any
armor.
concentration spells active? Yep.
No, he
move
did not. It
without
was
trace,
you
no?
and
Okay.
you and Cole.
Okay.
And Darius has one as well because he was doing the major image, but he dropped it willingly, so that it is no longer.
I mean, it's still in the room, I think. Just,
Oh.
it doesn't move unless I spend my action making moves.
Yeah, it's like
This Fiona is still standing there, still acting like she has a dagger to throw.
Yeah, it's a motionless illusion
Yeah.
that looks like a computer sprite that's just not animating or doing anything. He hasn't dismissed it yet, and he may. Let me give you a yellow dot so I know that. He may do that. Oh, and all your invisibilities. Wait, some of your invisibilities go away. Lucian, you don't have invisibility anymore. Actually, it was regular invisibility because that's the only way you get on multiple people. So
I
let me
don't.
get rid of yours. One, you still have yours. Darius, you definitely don't. Cole, you still have yours. All right. Hezro attacked. You don't know what that is, but I do. Lucian, it's now your turn. You just got chomped on your shoulder and slashed across your chest.
So I was gonna do lot of things, but then one closed the door. So now it's full on panic.
Oh wait, before you even do anything, sorry. Go keep thinking about it, but also do a con save while you're doing the thing.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
That sounds fun down there.
Yeah.
You made it, so don't worry about it. But you notice that when you're doing, like, when you made the save, like, you notice that there's this hard to see sort of mist or gas around the creature that's kind of flitting through the air. It's hard to see with, like, the light in the room is like a, not Neil Blomkamp, the guy who does, like, Drive. He's, like, loves, like, neon stuff, so the room is just drenched in red light. Similar in type of that. So anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay.
Do your turn.
No, you're good. So I'm just gonna move over here and I'm going to yell as loud as I can. Cultist, if you want to live at this point, you're gonna have to help me kill it. As I hex this guy,
Okay.
I'm going to give him disadvantage on Constitution save.
So that would be
And,
Constitution. Okay. I will
And then once
do
I
that.
give him a good old hex, I'm going to give him 2 slash.
Ooh. D100. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice. Let me give that curse effect.
Oh. I don't know if the D100s work on spells, but yeah.
I'm trying to think what's a good icon.
Oh, it's the
Curse.
sword. Oh, beautiful.
Let's go with that. Alright, yeah, the both hit.
First one, bam.
And roll a d100 when you want.
And also,
Really good.
So,
Nice. Higher is always better.
Also, this is the D6 for the hex. So,
Yep. Alright, so that's all the damage you did with your first attack. Next attack. Wow, it did more, weirdly.
And D6. Damn.
Okay. Jeez, alright, let me total that. So 5 plus 14 is 19, plus 6 is 25, plus 5 is 30, plus 14 is 44, plus 4 is 48. Does he have any weaknesses? No.
Wow, it's not
yeah.
weak to radiant. Damn.
No. No. Devils are not. Undead are.
Oh.
So, let's put that.
It's something.
It a pretty decent amount of damage into it.
Can I also
It's
maybe do just a
hissing and
cursory, like some sort of check to see if I know what this thing is?
Yeah, because of your specific experience, you may do. I think it would be. I'm not sure if it would be a religion, not a survival.
It would be for me.
Yeah, it would be for you. Let me look at a character sheet again really quick. I'm dumb. Let me look really quick what that would be. Make the most sense of. Geez, I don't know. Let's just go with a raw intelligence check, and I'll make the DC low.
Oh,
I
okay.
think that's more interesting.
Well, I have low intel.
And oh,
Like I
well.
said, I have bad
Dur-dur-dur-dur-dur.
intelligence.
even if I gave you
The
advantage, you're not enough. It's not enough. So you don't know what this thing is.
Yep.
You can't recall. You're too much in the heat of battle,
Oh,
and
yeah.
your head is still throbbing.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, so that makes sense.
Okay, so that is your turn. Cole. Suddenly skeletons. This went from nothing to something.
Yeah. It was something, and then it was nothing because the door shut, and now it's something again.
I have no idea what's going on down there.
I'm about to alert the entire place.
No.
Nope.
Don't do
No,
it.
don't do that.
Don't.
T-Rex. T-Rex, do it.
Oh, yeah. T-Rex would not be physically possible as far as in this space. The ceiling is way too short.
He
So
Yeah.
burst
you would
through
No, I'm not doing
Just,
that.
you just crush everything in that room.
I mean, I'm about to alert the entire place because Lucian's by himself and we're outnumbered. So, I'm gonna raise my shield up above my face and kind of speak druidic words, and I'm gonna lunge my shield forward like I'm doing a shield bash, but instead the spell is gonna come out of the shield like a telekinetic force that I'm just unleashing out of the shield as I cast a Thunderwave.
Okay. That is. We'll have to do some interesting perception checks and stuff to see what happens upstairs.
That's shitty damage. 15 foot. Yeah,
Hit
I'm gonna.
a lot of these guys. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw it where like I would like to place it. So, 15-foot cube. That's where I
Yeah.
would like to put it.
I think it has to be around you, though, unfortunately. So it will hit.
Oh no, it says from you.
I thought it was like. You're right. I'm not sure. I thought it was like centered on you. I think it is. Let me
No.
check it. Yeah, I did do that 98. Thank you, one. 1 second. I gotta do a couple different things now. I gotta look at the critic sheet for that because I forgot about that entirely. Those kind of other things, and then let me check really quick.
Yeah, Thunderous Force swoops out from you, each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you. So it's like from you outward.
Like someone pushed a giant box of lightning away from himself out.
You're
I
gonna
think.
move up one square as
So
well.
let's-
You could hit them all.
Let's do that.
Oh,
Yeah, in my mind's eye, I'd imagine whoever's casting the spell like claps their hands in this loud like wave from their hands forward.
Yeah, I looked it up. It doesn't have to be centered on you. It has to include you in its radius in terms of the cube, mechanically, not gain damage to you, but it has. You have to be in it. All right. So, where specifically do you want it to be?
Right here in this square.
Okay. Then yeah, that's perfectly fine. Let me do the 98. Alright, 98. It was a physical attack. Alright. Ooh.
Thunder Spoon audible out to
Um,
300 feet.
And I don't have anything for permanent injuries, but let's just
Probably for
say
expecting rain.
when you cut into this thing across its chest, you were actually able to cut deeply enough that this thing, like you pierced its lung. It's breathing very heavily. It's going to have its movement reduced by half permanently.
Oh.
It's gonna
until
go
it-
many places in that small room.
Yeah. There's not many places for it to go, so
Yeah,
So-
but you don't know where the fight's going to be going beyond anything. All the same, yeah, that's the effect of what it has. It's more. It's having to work harder to be able to move around. But I'm just gonna say, yeah, its movement is cut in half.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna be able to move very far. And then we do the cold, we do the damage, we do the 5 to all these people after they do con saves. They don't take any. Okay. Don't take half as much if they. Right. Okay. So let me do con saves. Only one makes it, which is this one over here. And so they all take 5 and are pushed back 10 feet away. Alright.
Do they take force damage for bashing into the side of walls and objects? Or?
Yes, is what I'm going to do. I'm trying to figure out where we're going specifically. So this guy here actually just moves back toward 1, remains on its feet. This one here bashes up into the wall, sliding alongside of it. Still remains on its feet, but took additional damage. I'm going to give it another 3. This one hits this other one, pushing both back. But it stops it from moving the full 10 feet. This one takes an additional point of damage, and this one takes a point of damage. This one did take less damage because it made the save. Only that.
Well, it wouldn't
It
get
doesn't-
knocked back at all if that's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but this one doesn't get knocked back at all. Okay, so Thunderwave is done. Critical is done. Okay. So, Cole's turn. Are you gonna move at all?
I'm gonna draw my scimitar. Um. And just move right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice defensive corner to see. Alright.
Okay. Oh, and I forgot a guy. I forgot to put a guy on the. There's a skeleton. I forgot because he was underneath you, Cole. But I'm not gonna put him there because that would not be fair. Put him.
Just
Just
behind the others.
there.
Or yeah.
Yeah. Because otherwise it'd be unfair to put it like behind Darius, so I'm not doing that. Cultist. Alright. So this one over here. Can't really do much. They're really basic enemies. They say, this one says in... This was the one that was noticing the effects going on before. It says in Infernal, we won't hurt you, or please don't kill us. Actually, what am I saying? You guys don't know what they're saying because you don't speak Infernal, do you, Lucian? Actually, you might.
I do. I speak
do?
Infernal.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was making sure. All right, and you do hear this, and it says, "Please don't hurt us. We'll help you kill him." And that's
You
it.
bitch! I will fucking. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Dick is all the way around.
This
Let
guy
me
better
move
not
this
try to-
guy on the GM layer because he doesn't need to be there right now. And then this guy comes behind you and tries to attack you.
I will. Oh, this guy. There's a literal monster here. I will.
All right.
Very
So
brave.
you take-
I'm surprised they didn't try to retreat out the room or something. But, yeah.
All the doors close. It notices that immediately.
Okay.
It slashes. Yeah, not terribly competent, but does it all the same. All right, next guy. That's the dead one. So I'll put that GM there. Dead.
Blah.
Skeletons. It's all their turn. All right.
Oh boy.
Start with the one next to Darius. It attacks. Actually, it's two. High is Darius. Okay, Cole. No. This one here next to you two. One. High is Darius. Darius.
There we go.
Nope.
Wow,
Alright.
you actually managed to miss by a SC.
Yeah, despite dude not being
That's
terribly armored or evasive. This one here comes down, attacks. I think it's gonna make room. No, it won't. That doesn't make any sense. They're not that intelligent. It's going to come down and attack. 19? Yeah. So you take 8 piercing. This one comes down, attacks Cole. Ooh, crit. Okay, so your concentration succeeds because you have Warcaster. You're right. Alright, so you maintain Pass Without Trace. You took that critical effect. I got a 56. Oh, cool. You're disarmed of your scimitar and drops to the ground.
Pass Without Trace
Right,
is
next.
probably over now. I only got a 7.
Yeah. Yeah, on your second attack, so yes. Pass Without Trace is gone. I'll get rid of that. You dropped your scimitar, you got this. Right, getting rid of all these Pass Without Trace icons, because, yeah. Oh, your invisibility went away too, because I forgot about it. Alright, then we got more skeletons. This one moves over. Wow, they're running really well. You take 6 piercing. And all the others are kind of clumping up behind. These two make short bow attacks against Cole with this, not with 3/4 cover because they got people in front of them. So you got +4 to AC. So you would have an effective 21. So neither of those hit. And this one here fires at Darius. Yeah, that hits. You take 4 piercing. And you have to do a con save as well, because you don't really care about your major image, but you have to do it all the same.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, it still has to decide if I can stylishly drop it or have to. Yep, it drops. Oh,
It is gone. So Fiona in your room disappears. Lucian, not really surprising, not really something you really care about. As all the skeletons. Coldness. Hearing what the other one said, but also seeing your crazy sword. Let's do a save on this guy. Or a check on this guy to see what he does with. No, he doesn't have the courage to follow through. Backs up, hides, takes the dodge action. Michael, upstairs.
I think I have an idea what I want to do.
The thunder wave or like the permeating shaking. It's not so crazy because thunder wave isn't like an earthquake, but it's something that you feel a vibration beneath your feet. Especially when you trained in combat here, more sensorially aware of your environment. So you feel that, and you kind of you're just aware of it. However you want to roleplay that out. Fiona across from you.
Excuse me.
Notices notices the this is shaking as well because the glass that's on the table in front of her, like there's ripples kind of pass through it, through the wine, and she kind of squints her eyes at
Yeah,
you.
as
kinda
opposed to
confused.
as opposed to like me, like trying to convince her that everything's okay. I'm gonna be like, "Do you have friends downstairs that I should be aware of?"
Yeah,
Like,
you don't know
yeah.
about this, so you're not lying. So sure.
Just put like essentially flip it on her, as in like, "Why are you trying to keep secrets from me?"
Yeah.
or something like that, as opposed to like look not guilty.
Is
And
this how
kind
you
of
win
the
at
guilt.
cards by distracting players?
let's do her.
But I also wanted to cast banishment.
Okay, well, she rolls like garbage despite. She says, the servants are likely taking something down from the cellar. We just got served this wine, you see. It's not convincing as far as lies go. That's actually a deception. I just clicked on persuasion to make it easier.
Yeah, but she doesn't seem like I'm amiss in any way, because I'm the one that's reasonably just. What was that?
Yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting that.
Yeah, she's not freaking out or anything. She didn't expect it. She's kind of confused. But
What are they doing?
yeah, all she knows about is the cultists, so she's kind of confused. Like, huh? They're making a weird ruckus. I've never heard that
Getting
before.
rowdy down there. Those.
This guy over here though seems like a bit more cautious, and starts making his way across the room. I'm gonna be using your turn to determine his movement for right now. He just
Yeah, and well, what I wanted to do, since I was thinking about banishing myself to the Nine Hells and speaking to a rep of I guess the Hades general or whatever,
yeah.
and tell him that, hey, your guys are interfering with this mission that Hades himself has sent me out on. Get your guys out of this location right now, or else Dad's going to be pretty pissed.
I really, really like this idea. So yeah, you can 100% do this. This will take some time to do that, but you can do this.
So you're like, maybe
Yeah.
you should check on that noise, banish yourself, and come back.
Yeah,
Are you going to do anything inconspicuous, or are you going to say excuse me or something?
I'm blatantly just going to be like, Lady Fiona, excuse me for a second. I need to take care of some Hades, the order business. I'll be back in about 60 seconds, and then banishment.
Okay, interesting. She is got wide-eyed, very much so, and the imp is kind of glaring at you. It seems more angry, like a cat that's kind of about to hiss without actually hissing. Yeah, so you blink into the infernal plane. I don't remember exactly where that is, but yeah, you
On the
go-
Nine Hells, yeah.
Yeah, you just go into that plane of existence, and I will have you kind of gain your bearings after a moment. You haven't been here in some time, and you just look around and you see a pretty classical depiction of hell. A lot of dark blackish walls.
I was
It's
like,
warm.
whoa, didn't go into racial. It's like, no, please don't. It's like-
The walls are like covered in
yeah,
soot
obsidian.
Obsidian.
and
and
dark
stuff.
rock. And you're kind of like in a hallway, and it seems like you just came in randomly in this space. You're not like anywhere specifically. You're not like in a space that's specifically meant for teleportation or anything. So you just appear in this
And I
hallway, and then
I think
behind
we
you,
previously, when we initially introduced
Yeah.
Michael, that we agreed that it was like, I forget the movie, but like a minute in hell is like a long time. in like
Yeah.
hell.
I
Yeah.
see you
Yeah,
measuring that
that-
fireball,
I-
Darius. Yeah.
I agree with going that route just to make things more interesting and to make allow more to happen. You see down this hallway, and it's in this direction. You see like a sconce. It's a torch in it, made of like this dark black onyx sort of material, and like a sooty, darkened, ashy. Like handguard around it, and it's like up ahead and it's illuminating a direction, and you hear talking up ahead. I'm gonna think about specifics and how long this will take for you, but all the same, you know that's the direction you want to go, and you start heading that way. I imagine, because you want to get in contact with.
I need to speak to your manager.
Yeah, it's kind of some moving around.
You have an appointment?
Actually, you're right, because we have so much. We're time dilating quite a bit. Let's just keep going a little bit longer. You go down the hallway. You run into a demon that looks like. How do I do like make it look like that?
Probably be like a very like lesser devil is kind of what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a way to do like a handout. I vaguely remember how to do this. So I go to edit here.
Hell's waiting room.
Yeah. Anyway, let's just say it's a very classical demonic kind of entity. It's a large reddish humanoid, like red-skinned humanoid, like a tiefling, but larger, bulkier. It's
Little goat
clad
legs.
yeah, sure. It's clad in
Business
scale
suit.
mail pretty well, and has like this long spear and a blackish cloak. It looks like it's kind of like a guard or something next to the sconce, and it's talking to this like little impish thing that's kind of like the way you saw before, but this one's like orange and a little taller. And what they're talking about is something benign and unimportant, so I have to come up with it. And then you kind of appear, and then they turn their attention to you. The guard says, "Who are you?" Immediately, kind of doesn't go for his weapon, but it definitely on alert.
Yeah, we're talking to each other in Infernal, and he said he's a big guy, so I like walk up to him and I just look up at him, and I just flash him my holy symbol, and tell him that I need to speak with Bellathor immediately, or heads will roll.
Okay.
That's what they only do around
kinda-
here.
he glints. He kind of snarls in kind of frustration, being kind of ordered around by a mortal. But all the same, he looks at it as a friend or compatriot, and kind of motions with his head to like leave. They immediately vanish in a cloud of smoke, essentially like Nightcrawler, just bamps away. And then you follow along with this fellow until you are brought to. You make some way through past some buildings made of a similar material to what you saw before, and various creatures of all different fiendish kinds talking to each other and going about their business in a way that's not all that dissimilar from the material plane and your people and how you all operate. Eventually you reach kind of like this what looks sort of like a temple. It's a larger building with multiple floors, and written on it is what would they specifically say? Not like you said Bellathor, but let's say just like agents of Bellathor, or just say Bellathor on it. You recognize the word, and it's like, okay, so this is associated with them, maybe not exactly to him.
Everyone's office has a nameplate on it, just like a bureaucracy of hell.
Yes, very like reminds me of Dragon Ball. But yeah, you make your way over through this place, talk to some people, eventually get to where you want to be. Uh,
It's Sharon from accounting.
yeah, you run into another guard of similar appearance and style. This one not using a spear, but instead like a halberd. It was a bit bulkier, and it's kind of out front of and before this guy that you're trying to communicate with, and you tell him the same story, flash your symbol, and you enter the room, and I want to change there. You come up with an idea of how you want this person to look specifically. Like, what would Bellathor look like? You can tell me that in a moment. We'll go back to your turn.
Okay.
Alright. Darius, it is your turn. Your turn back to the present.
Yeah. You know, I'm not feeling the fire right now. So, I'm going to get out my staff and stomp once on the ground. Yeah, that's. You shall get pounded by ice shards. It doesn't have that
Nice.
ring to it. Yeah, anyway, just imagine like the ceiling of this room just fills up with steam and a bunch of like big-ish ice shards glittering on ground. I think the entire room is.
Yeah, it's gonna affect everything. So
Yeah,
dexterity saves,
no
and then they take.
information, so they're good.
Yep, you're not gonna affect anybody else. Anybody you don't want to. What's the save is just for both types of damage or just the bludgeoning?
It's dex. It's both. It's both.
Both damage. Okay, so I need to do some dex checks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez.
One guy's doing the moon dance up there. Two of them are doing it.
Oh, so that's 3 3 saves.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So this one.
Half as much damage. Yeah, it's both.
They, Andy. Ah. Oh, wow. These guys aren't that powerful, are they?
Yeah. Maybe I overestimated them. Yeah, it's a staff.
Almost. He did profound damage. He killed all the ones that didn't make the save, and the ones that did were barely alive.
Well, you know, lots of weak enemies bunched up. That's kind of my jam.
Yep, and that's what mages or wizards are for. So that occurs, and they're almost all dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we move to 1.
I was.
Oh, and I don't think it's gonna matter, but the room is difficult terrain until my next turn.
Yeah, it's not going to
Okay.
matter. That kind of ruins what I was planning, but I guess it's
Oh
fine.
shit!
I was going to get up here and say, like, would
You
it
can
give me,
climb
like,
over the
one.
railing.
What was that?
You can climb up over this railing and get up there if you want.
Yeah, I got a spider climb. It wouldn't be in any way difficult for me to do.
No.
But
And you
anyway.
can also ignore the difficult terrain.
Yeah. So I'm gonna activate. Where was the switch to open the door? Because now that
This one.
yeah, okay. Can I reach over there, or do I need a? Mage
you
hand.
need to do mage hand. You can't make it past this skeleton.
Oh well, I guess I might as well just kill the skeleton then. It's annoyingly. So I climb over this
Yeah,
rail
would be.
and start to stab at the skeleton, I guess.
Yeah, it's either mage hand the switch or kill the skeleton.
I guess the first one probably
Unfortunately,
missed.
The first hit does not hit. The second does. It will kill no matter what. So
Yeah.
kill it.
And now I open the door because there's no point to being subtle with that explosion of noise we just heard from Cole.
Yeah, you made quite a bit of noise, and
Oh, wait. Oh.
first
As far as
reacting,
as far as one's
pretty late.
thinking, that's blown our cover,
Yeah.
so there's no point being subtle anymore. So one goes
Yes,
over to open
I
the door.
completely agree. All right,
Uh,
so
Am I able to move backwards
Wow.
into the room? So I went 1, 2,
no,
3.
you'd have to stop right here
Okay.
because of all the movement you did and difficult terrain and stuff and all the actions you did. I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
So
Fair enough.
by the way, your invisibility's gone, so that means your invisibility spell is gone. Nobody
Oh,
else is invisible
well, if I
anymore.
was invisible, I had attacked that first one with advantage, which means I still have a second attack to attack this guy if I... Oh,
I
not
mean,
that
you
one.
can't make it to him though.
I mean, okay.
There's no way you can make it to this guy unless you have. Can you use your multi-attack with a different weapon?
If it's an offhand, I suppose I could, but no.
Okay, yeah. Then, yeah, you won't be able to attack this guy, unfortunately. But
Okay.
everything else you wanted to do is fine.
I will use my bonus action. Oh no, I used a bonus action, whatever you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
End
End of turn. End of turn. Continue.
Out of everything. All right, so we're back to the demon, and here.
Door is
with
open
Lucian.
now.
In response to the request from this fellow to let's work together, the thing just laughs and just starts attacking again. Yeah, let me just do. Alright. So you get bit once and then it claws and kills the other guy. So you take 22 piercing damage. Get rid of this wall. Let's do
There
that
we go.
wall. There we go.
Now we can hear the wonderful screams.
Alright, so the door is back open again. This guy is dead. So there's two bodies there. I'll move one over there. Just make it easier for myself. So yeah, you took 22 piercing. Also, is there anything else? No. Nope. So it does not do anything more, in my opinion. Attack that guy, did that. I'm going to say it moves over one space. Kind of imply that it's going to it's threatening this guy as well, but or rather, if that guy tries to move, it will kill him. But it's not attacking him right now. It's still focused on you. Now it's your turn. Yeah, you'll see them battling with most of.
Okay, so for spells, if he's right in front of me, does he like attack me or how did?
No, that's unless he has a reaction that does something like that. No, and he can't do like something like that.
Okay, well,
Different game.
I'm going to try to blind this guy.
Okay. It's despite you doing the thing that would give him disadvantage, he has magical resistance on things that cause that are spell effects, so it cancels out and he does a normal save. So let's see if he makes the con save. Yes.
Oh, yeah, he makes. Okay. Well, and then bonus action. Well, use part of my movement to pull out my pistol. Bonus action. Try to shoot this guy in the slash wound that I get.
Let me check to see if that is okay.
The, what, stick, the, so,
Yeah, firearm expert. I'm just looking at something really quick. It's only when you use the attack action that with a one-handed weapon you can use it on your offhand as a bonus action. So you did not do that. So you cannot shoot. Is there anything else you wanted to bonus action? Or
Is this the? Oh, that's a. Never mind. Okay, then yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
unfortunately, yeah. Yeah, you can give that bullet back to yourself.
That's
Yeah, so that's all you can do. You can move if you want.
No, since I think this is where I drop my shield, I'm just gonna pick that up
Yeah,
instead.
if you want to get that,
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick that up.
and you need your action to do that.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, you can pick that up, and you don't do anything with the pistol and all that. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it. And then so you're wielding right now. You're using the sword and the shield.
Yep.
All right. Oh, we didn't do the con save. Do a con save. For you, yeah, because it's your turn. Yeah, forgot about that.
Has anyone
This is for the,
failed these yet? I'm getting worried.
Yeah. What is it?
No, this is not till this moment. Now you have the poison effect. Actually, wait a minute. I fucked up because anybody that makes the throw is immune to it for 24 hours.
Oh.
So you and Darius are immune.
Woohoo!
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Thank
Never
goodness.
mind. I could have done it anyway, but I want to follow the rules. So, Cole.
Well, I'm gonna infuse Lucian with some Fey energy.
Oh, thank you.
I can't see his health bar because it's in the darkness, but like I would see him injured.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll
So,
move him
yeah.
temporarily. That's how low in health he is.
Oh, that's about where I'm at. So we'll do. What's my limit? I think I can do up to half. You can choose a creature. Yes, 8 equal to half my level. So I'll give him 4. 4d6 and 4 temp. Alright, we'll roll
Okay,
in that.
pumps you. You
There you
get
go.
that. You heal for 15 and get 4 temporary hit points.
Damn. Thanks, man.
That was a bonus. As an action, I'm gonna tire wolf it.
Cool. Yeah, sure. Let me give you that.
So, drag. There we go.
Yeah, thank you. I would do that. That's perfectly fine. And you have control over it, so I'm gonna get rid of you. Actually, I got you out of the order. You were right now, so you were like, I'm just say 9.1 for me at this turn order.
He was after Michael, I believe.
It was after, yeah, Cole goes after Lucian, so
Yeah,
there we go.
yeah, that's
You're
the
fine. That's all you can do unless you want to move.
Nope, that is it.
Skeleton turn. They're immediately going to just attack you. Nothing complicated. They both miss. That was uneventful. Actually, we just went back to the top of the turn order. You hear one. This is telepathically again from the woman, the female voice you heard before, the one that gave you your spider stuff. Says, now, we can't make it that boring, can we? And with that, let's throw another thing in there to make it interesting. Just trying to think of something specific. Okay. There we go. There's one. Okay, that'll work too. Alright, so we're gonna put that one there, that one there, and that one there. There. Alright, so these three other entities appear, or if you want to call them that, a swarm of insects manifests kind of on the ground and appears behind the skeletons, and then some undead thing, ghastly apparition, that's definitely hostile, appears behind them, hovering in the air and moving toward you all. I need to get them on the turn order now. Right, so Wraith.
You were only supposed to gamble.
Okay. Alright, so the skeletons went. Cultists. This cultist here is hiding in the back, still taking a dodge action. Actually, no, now it takes the disengage and tries to make it around the other side to make it out of the building. Make it out of the room. Actually, doesn't need to go that far. So,
God, Lucian's so going to take an attack of opportunity on that guy if he could.
alright, so it tries to make it to here. Let's do a dexterity check because I did it already once before. Let's see how high it rolls and whether it can avoid opportunity attack still. Nope, they roll like garbage. So this one dies as well. This one tries to run and it gets cut down by another claw attack. So this guy does not have any more reactions for the turn. Round.
Well,
So that guy's
doesn't
dead.
matter. Oh, so like, in my upcoming turn, he would be able to react, or like.
That was at the beginning of the round. So yeah, for this whole entire rest of this round, the Hasbro and the demon doesn't have reactions.
Okay.
All right, Cultist went. Michael, we go back to you. You're doing some more bureaucratic shuffling this whole time, talking to different people, talking to guards, moving around. It's a lot of figurative red tape. You eventually make it to the person you're looking for.
And bring your attention to the Discord. That is who I imagine Bellathor to look like. The, I guess, general of Hades.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay, that's crazy. I like it. So this guy is like sitting on a but we can make it funny. No, I'm not gonna make it funny. I wanted to make it funny. But
It's the exact image you posted,
It's
except...
nice.
Oh, go on.
Yeah, he's got like a nice, I guess, a suit.
I was going to say the exact...
His little desk.
I was going to say the exact image you posted, except with a tie, just completely out.
Yeah, he just has a tie on.
He's sitting in a chair, that's obviously sized for him, behind a table, and talking to various demons of all kinds, before being, bringing his attention to you after wrapping up what he was saying, because he's making sure you wait, so it takes a few minutes before he actually
He was
gives you the time.
currently he's pouring his coffee. He doesn't want to be interrupted.
Yeah, it's a lot of pregnant silence in this scene where he's just going about his time, not really addressing you. Eventually,
Imagine there's a
though,
large love seat outside his office that I'm just sitting
Yep.
in.
you hear like elevator music. Yeah, so eventually you see him. You now want to ask him to get rid of. Tell the other people to call off their attack. So I'm gonna need probably a persuasion. I mean, that's. Tell me why you're doing it. What are you exactly saying?
Yeah, so I'm gonna tell Bellathor that, hey, good to see you. I'm currently tasked with a mission from Hades himself in the land of Barovia. Sure you heard of it. Been around for a while. Currently, some of your lesser devils are interfering with that task, And as opposed to bring that to Hades' attention directly, I thought you could handle that in house and don't need to, bother the big guy with this news that your devils are interfering with his will. Because no one likes it when he's angry, right? And I'm sure that wouldn't bode well for you. That you, I'm sure, unintentionally interfering with his matters.
Okay.
So I would need you to immediately recall your servants from that region.
Okay. You're still going to need to roll a persuasion check. It will not be very high because of your authority. We shall see. Ooh, that's perfectly fine. He mulled it over for a time. He doesn't like getting involved in other people's affairs unnecessarily. He's kind of
I want to bother the boss.
Yeah, and doesn't want to bother the boss and doesn't want to just generally cause a lot of unnecessary drama. It's annoying down here with politics. He kind of taps a claw against the table. So this is this large, ebony, massive table with this blackish parchment with like a yellowish text on it and written in Infernal. He stands up and just nods at you once, and then snapped his fingers, and it's loud enough that it kind of like echoes off the walls a bit, and immediately someone like peeks their head through at the door and comes in. That's a very attractive female demon, dressed in form-fitting garb, definitely meant to be physically appealing to those with that preference. She immediately makes her way over to her superior and bows her head politely. He kind of leans in and whispers to her something that you can't recognize, you don't hear. And then she nods, and then she has like this long tail out, like coming out from behind her, and it has like a little heart on the end of it. And with that, she kind of like flicks it, and when that happens, and as she nods, she just poofs away, just like that imp did earlier. And then the creature, Bellathor, then turns to you again and says in this large, booming voice that's very overwhelming. It's like a gravel pit. He says it should be taken care of shortly.
Oh, good. Hey, Belle, are you hitting that, man? Oh, you dog.
Nice. Yeah, so she went somewhere. You don't exactly know how long it will take, and even your sense of time, rather. And then we'll have everything play out in an interesting way when we get back to it.
And I will dismiss the spell and reappear.
Okay, so what we'll do is...
Okay, thanks, Belle. Have a good one. Torturing souls and stuff.
Finger guns, and you like wink at him and like, okay, see you later. And then you poof back in his
And then I
back.
poof.
Yeah. Alright, so you're back in the material plane, back across from her. You can like, you're standing as you were just moments before, and you can like take your seat. Back to
Still
where you
has
were.
finger guns out. He's
Yeah.
finger gunning at her.
Yeah. No, she's like really confused. So I want to do one more round of combat, and then we will resolve everything. It'll be kind of interesting. Darius, it is your turn. You still have one skeleton next to you here.
I do.
And then there's another one over by...
And we got
Old
some
then new.
vermin up here and like this is like a ghostly thingy, I think.
Yeah, some sort of some sort of specter threat.
Alright. Well, let's clear the cache first. Okay, one, you convinced me. Kapow.
Chapow.
That's, I think, yeah, that's the room.
Okay.
I was going to say, if you're going to do the room, you might as well try to clip some of the damage in the spider fin, or whatever it is.
That's, yeah, I don't know if that would be possible.
It's not.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
there's no way you
Imagine
can
I could-
and all of them. You can.
Yeah, here's the thing, I could like hit this wall or something and then maybe get at one, and then it wouldn't reach up here.
Yeah, you're not going to hit any of the insects. You just kill the skeletons and hit the creature. Okay,
Yeah,
I can do that for you.
that's kind of a thing about dynamic lighting, right? You can
Yeah.
see.
Alright, well, no matter what, you're gonna kill the skeletons. Alright, let me go with Michael so we can observe. Get this fluff on that way.
Oh,
If I
wow.
was at a table, he'd be able to see it. Yeah, alright, so, and then I need to do damage to these guys, so one of these, you just destroy all of them outright. This other thing takes the full. Actually, no, I think the thing has resistance. Yeah, it does. So it does not take very much damage. This thing. Take the save. So you killed many of the centipedes, but the other insects are all dead. You want to move?
Less creepy cronies.
Want to move at all?
You know what? Bravely charge until this point to help Lucian, and then I realized, yeah, that's, he should be in front here. And, that's it for movement.
Alright. Okay. So.
Okay. So one like jumps off the side over here as the fireball like goes off, and it like just imagine like it barely missed her basically
In
for
your,
corners.
like explosion behind you.
Explosion behind you as the fireball goes off. Like, yeah, super cool. One's incredibly cool. Everyone should know this, right? So that's 15 feet of movement. I like enter the room saying, "I'll save you, Lucian." And go. I don't imagine I
I want to
have.
say you can only move. You can move here.
Oh,
You
okay.
can't move any further because of difficult terrain. Before I want to incorporate a little bit of.
I was going to say, even if I'm over there, I imagine I
you-
wouldn't get flanking, but it's fine.
Right, Darius. It would have gone away, but I'm still. Yeah.
It's good.
Okay.
It's basically just like lots of rapidly melting ice shards until my turn was over.
It's fair enough. Well, ice shards after a fireball went off.
That's that's true.
It's very misty and steamy.
Okay. Nonetheless, I run into the room saying, "I'll save you," and I stab this guy twice in the wounds. It's like, and apparently I do
Neither of those.
terrible
He took
terrible
a little
hits.
bit, he laughed.
Yeah. Your weapons do not manage to pierce his thick.
I was even aiming for the wound, but apparently it still missed.
Yep.
Okay.
You're
and,
kind of
bonus
caught off guard by this size of this creature.
bonus action. I will heal
Um,
Lucy in a bit with the healing word.
Yeah. Bonus.
Where is that healing word? There it is. Hey, I've rolled the lowest I can. Yay!
All right. So Lucian, you gain 3 HP and 1. I need a con save.
Oh, can't save. Okay.
Enter the mist, the gas,
Yeah,
the gassy.
he kind of stinks if you couldn't smell.
You made it. Wow. Geez, you guys are just making this guy's gas no problem at all. So you're immune to the gas for 24 hours. All right. That is your turn. You can't do anything else.
I'm like,
now it's his.
I smell the room and I'm like, is that you, Lucian? I didn't know you were that scared. It's like, no.
All right. Okay. He growls, like snarls at you as you enter the room, and kind of just flexes you away with as your rapier doesn't manage to pierce him, kind of giving you a dismissive glance, like you're not something to be concerned of. You're not very threatening looking girl. Doesn't say it, but that's what this look implies. And then he kind of he's gonna attack Lucian once. She's gonna do it twice actually. So these two attacks. Second one hits.
Yeah.
You take 10 slashing damage, and then rather than attacking with the claw again, that same claw that normally would attack, he kind of moves it to his side and clenches his fist as he does so, like a pretty fireball, kind of not like a ball of fire, kind of comes into his hand, and then kind of is extinguished all at once, and but passes through his fingers, and kind of flits out into the air. And again, the room kind of flickers. All the candles from the red kind of go dark for just a moment before kind of ramping back up to the same color. And another one
Whoa.
shows up.
Oh,
Right.
shit.
That's annoying. I wish he wouldn't do that. Okay, I'm gonna have to make two separate ones because it does not like that.
Oh, everybody else. Oh, cold giant dire wolf.
I mean,
We might need help.
if we're desperate, I could just teleport us out of here, Lucian, and close the door.
It's really annoying. Alright, do two separate ones.
I'm not saying leave because I don't think I can roleplay leaving two demons on the loose in this lady's basement. But
Sure.
just,
Fight to the
Devils, not demons.
devils, sorry.
death. Oh, you could leave them.
Yeah, devils, it's fine. They can roam wherever. Look at Michael.
Alright, why is this not dragging over? Please do so.
Damn.
This is one thing that's very annoying about Roll20. Sometimes it lags like
I mean, if
crazy.
it's going to take that long, you could just open a notepad and keep track manually of the hit points.
No, this one will have full hit points. It's not actually coming to an existence. There's another one's gonna come here, right there. I'm gonna have to roll initiative for it, but it's fucking not spawning. There we go. No, it's the same one, even though I dragged it over, because this is fucking garbage, and you can't have
You
two
can just
things once.
you can just pretend that one's full.
No, that is really going to be annoying for other problems. So that's a completely different instance. Why is it still doing that? So there's no way to have two creatures of the same thing. That does not make any
Use
sense.
a different icon then. Just say it's the same.
Yeah, whatever. I have to do that because this is fucking amateur hour. Dumb. Whatever. I have to change the health totals. Alright, and I need to add as initiative.
That is weird, but I completely understand.
Alright, 10, which means it is going to be going next, which is good.
Damn. I'm like,
Good thing one's here.
I'll save me and leave.
Alright, so this thing is there now and comes into existence and then attacks one.
Mm.
Where's that? That's claws. It's been
Wow.
missing.
Double nat one. Wow.
Wow.
3 now.
Where was this when it hit me? I get full just smack. He walked in just.
Alright, he's gonna come into existence and try being overly aggressive, attacking you many times, missing every single attack.
Hitting his own body in the back.
despite it. and falls over after tripping on this chair.
That tiny,
Accounting for
tiny
it, yeah.
chair tripped up this demon.
Yep.
You know, it's like the equivalent of a Lego block when you're a grown adult.
It's like stepping on a Lego brick for him. It's like, ah!
Yeah.
Like, ah! Yep. It's very irritating. Alright, so that's him. Back to Elysian. Alright, I know what I want to do here. Okay, so Elysian, it's your turn.
There
now
you
that
go.
One's at least in the room. I'm gonna come over here. Now I got the shield out at the moment, but I'm gonna put it away, pull out the pistol
Fine, you're
because
Yeah, okay. That's funny
Yeah.
to just keep putting it away and putting it out. It's just, it's fine. It's just funny.
and I'm gonna swipe, bang.
Wipes up, shoot. Yep. Well, that misses.
16?
Also because, yeah, it won't be 16
Yeah,
because
shooting in melee, yeah.
it's a ranged attack. It's complicated. But anyway, the sun swords all hit, so deal your damage.
Nice. Come on.
Remember to add your d6s when you do so. You got hex hit.
I'm gonna do a 2d6 for that one because it didn't turns in for some
Yeah,
reason.
of course. That's fine. And then go ahead and click on that. Alright. Okay.
Yep. That is all I can do.
Alright, let me do all this damage. Alright, so you do another big amounts of hits into this thing, bashing across its side. So it's kind of like oriented between you and the one. It's trying to decide which one to attack. That is your turn. Cole.
I'm going to move up here. And as I move, I crush skulls under my large paws. And I bite at whatever the hell this thing is.
Centipedes, and yeah, there are not many left.
Chomp.
That hits.
17. Nice.
Yeah.
9 piercing.
Piercing damage. The swarm's weakness.
And if they
Yeah, unfortunately,
can,
it does not kill all of them. Most
and if they can be knocked prone, I don't know. It's a strength saving throw.
they cannot. They're immune to prone.
Okay. That is it for me.
Okay. Now it's this guy who has not actually gone yet. He just is gonna do.
And my direwolf form is white because I'm a winter Eladrin.
Okay, cool. I like. This thing comes forth and then tries to touch you, to like drain your energy, but it does not. It does not have advantage either, so that does not happen. Then we go to the insects, which you guys don't see it, but I do. They less than half HP, attacking Cole. Jeez, they're not being very threatening this round. So that doesn't do anything. Most of the skeletons are dead except for most of the skeletons. All the skeletons are dead. So don't worry about that. We go back to actually that's the beginning of the turn order. So as all this fighting is going on, I'm going to say that it's in the end of the round. So combat stops now. What actually literally happens is all this fighting is going on and people are in their respective places. Before these two demons, these guys here, look like in a direction as if they're both responding to the same thing, and they both growl and snarl, and especially the one that's more hurt, is hurt, lets out a roar, and as it's doing so, it vanishes entirely. It poofs out of existence.
You pussy, come back.
Yeah.
I'm not talking
Am I
about
too
you yet.
scary for you? He appears back for a second. It's like, oh, what was that? Nothing.
Over. Do a cleanup. Landing page. All right, give me just a moment. And the insects all die at the same time. The ghostly apparition thing fades away. Okay.
Mission accomplished? I think?
All that remains now are the bones. I mean, everything that did die doesn't it's part of reality. It's real, but yeah, anything that was still alive just vanishes. They're still the bodies of all the cultists. They're all of them are dead. And then Michael,
I really-
we'll be back to where you actually are.
I'm gonna kill that guy.
Oh wow.
The
Okay,
imp.
guys.
Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. My kill first. Was to ask them, should we go upstairs? I'm pretty sure someone heard it.
Yeah, you guys. That's a reasonable assumption for you guys all to have. The
Yeah.
sound is still strange here. Nothing's changed in that regard.
Lucian isn't gonna leave yet.
I like
There's lots of things in this room that need attention to.
in response
Yeah,
to
and all you hear, Lucian, is in your head and telepathically is that same voice, and like it just says for the last time, I'm not saying anything else more. You're lucky you have the allies you do, but
Friends
don't
on low-
think that you're the only ones with friends in low places.
friends in low places.
And yeah, and then with that, like the candles all go out. These are all out.
Mm.
And now it's all dark in here, but you can see as you could normally can. But yeah, it's all dark in there, and the sound returns to normal. You can kind of feel like your ears kind of not pop, but you feel air moving and
Mhm.
your breath and all that. Things are normal sound again.
Mhm.
Before we go with any more of you guys, I want to go back up to Michael.
Yeah, in response to Darius's another successful mission, I'm like, hey, that's right, another successful stealth mission. Ah.
Yep. Very
I
good.
mean, we did get in quietly, didn't we?
We
Yeah.
continue.
You got in quietly. You don't know if you've been quiet this whole time. All right, Michael, you while all this was going on, and not too long after you returned, like less than a minute later, definitely less than a minute later, it was like around 10 seconds. And you sit down and you're across from her. The imp kind of gives you a shrewd smile across its face, and just kind of closes its eyes. The glimmer that was there, that was focusing on you, fades away, and it kind of like nuzzles its face into her chin like a cat. Yeah, and it's not giving you any attention anymore.
Yeah, so
And-
sorry about that.
Yep, go ahead.
The pressing order business that I had to take care of real quick. But yeah, we can continue this last hand if you so wish.
Okay. Let's do. What do you, Cole? You begin to hear the door open high above from up the stairwell, and somebody walking down very slowly and carefully.
To
Do
see a
anything?
dire wolf.
Do you want to hide or anything?
No.
You just look at him and he closes the door
after-
slowly. Just backs away.
after everything kind of disappeared, I kind of get that like I do like the head sideways, like the dog, like huh?
Yeah.
And then I put my nose like to the dirt. I start walking around the room, sniffing, trying to like find my target, like figure out like where they went, and then maybe I would be like up here, and then I would hear the door because I have keen hearing and smell, and I would look up and I'll start to like low growl as like the hair stands up on the back of my neck.
Okay. He does come down the stairs very slowly, very carefully. He sees a lot. He sees first he sees the skeletons that are all there that he did not know about, but they are there, and there's a bunch of broken bones and like shattered and shitty short swords. That's what to say quickly. Shattered shitty short swords and all that kind of stuff on the ground. He notices that the door is open. Sees.
We noticed this guy come in, right? Could I like quickly grab one of the robes and pretend to be these cultists?
Sure. Before that happens, though,
Like throw one to Darius.
Hail Satan.
Before that happens, though, he kind of turns around the corner and notices Cole's direwolf form, and his eyes are wide, and he's like, and wolves are not at all atypical in this area. He's like, oh, that's what, and he notices, like, the door open up here,
I mean,
all that. He's like putting it all together. Come up with his own story.
There's probably a
Yeah, it's very
kind of
misty.
mist too from
Yeah, it's very misty, kind of hard to see through because it's like a warm, present like steam really. And he just starts backing up. He just doesn't. He's looking down, but he's just backing up, walking backwards, and he's like doesn't say anything.
That would be my reaction too.
And yeah, he doesn't even. You don't even need to worry about you guys in like the cool outfits or whatever. He just leaves.
Yeah.
He doesn't even want to bother, and he just totally leaves. So then, what I want to do is, let's say in terms of time, what would make the most amount of sense? I'll give you guys some more time downstairs. All right. So what do we do now after the fight is over?
First,
I
I'm
think
gonna gather all the corpses and search them all, and then
I would like to like try to discern like what this circle. Assuming like okay, it's for demon summoning, but I think just like okay, does it seem like professionally made, or can I tell is they added like runes? It doesn't seem like they knew what they were doing, or is this basically just the hobby demon cultist who didn't for drinks?
Okay, so for that, I'm gonna need either an Arcana or a Raw. Well, do an Arcana because you get more points into it. So do an Arcana check.
If you're gonna, yeah, I was about to say. That's okay.
And it's much as you can glean is these people were practicing dark magic of some kind. They likely were trying to derive favors or some sort of advantage in whatever business they might have. Looking over the people themselves, you could tell that they're just villagers of their health and stuff. You can kind of derive like, okay, these are people of decent social status, but not necessarily all like super wealthy.
Gotcha.
Sort of what they're wearing underneath their robes and stuff. They're not wearing like pristine, amazing clothing.
yeah,
These are
so I'm
guests
gonna-
of Fiona.
So once I get the cultists all and I loot their corpse and see what they have on them, I'm gonna go lay them all out on the beds, and then come back in here and take the smashed up chairs, furniture, and other shit, and burn it in the pentagram, trying to just
I am
smudge away
so
this
going to.
pentagram.
Well,
Okay.
you could do that. I'm so going to like cover them up with their bed sheets and make it look like they're sleeping or something. It's like so not going to get away with all the blood and the.
Yeah, there's plenty of blood through from that room to the
missing
other.
limbs. And
Um,
shit. It's like,
You don't find
yeah.
anything on them other than basic scimitars. If you want to sell this stuff, I'll list it, but I'm just saying that there's nothing profound on anyone. It's just clothing,
Was that
scimitars.
cool scimitar like something special that you said the one?
No, it wasn't. It was just something that was. It was just a different make, so that way it can be hiding behind the
Oh,
chair.
But yeah, I'm gonna just go in here and like use the sun sword and like slash up the concrete to like draw lines through this and
Yeah, yeah, essentially,
turn just defile it.
yeah.
And then I'm gonna check to see if there's anything else. There's like a secret door or anything that a hidden cult would have in their
No.
cult room.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's nothing here at all like that. It's nothing more than what you've seen. The candles are out. You destroy all the chairs. The pentagram, it's no longer able to be used for anything. Whatever they were trying to accomplish. There's blood that leads from that room to all the respective cots. They're all dead. Nothing on them at all that is of any importance. Just plain clothing, black robes, the masks you see there, and scimitars and other basic, like, bladed weaponry.
Yeah.
Nothing
I'm
of importance.
Gonna take one of the masks off the body and just, without like saying a word to anyone, even acknowledging that Cole's a wolf right now, because he does that sometimes. I'm just gonna.
You just
walk
see
out
me.
there.
You just see me patting Cole's head like, "Who's a good destroyer of skeletons? You are. You are."
Nice. Alright, let me move some people around. Let's do Michael. Let's say that Fiona, after hesitating and really kind of confused about everything that's going on, and feeling a bit intimidated due that she doesn't have the sort of abilities that you do, she nonetheless still goes ahead with the hand that you had. So roll. Let's do some more gambling. Do a deception, insight, and intimidation roll.
Oh, wolf.
Okay.
It's
You
one thing you weren't counting
actually
on.
only managed to. She just says, as much as it would be good for me to give you a reward, but what she actually says is, well, it seems that I won this hand, and she actually did win barely, but she says, due to all the interruptions and complications and just general strangeness of this exchange, why don't we just call it, not call it even, but she would say,
Call it quits.
end our game here.
Yeah.
She stands up, she kind of heads over to this, by the hearth. She's carrying the chest, but then she stops as she kind of is walking away with it. But she grits her teeth and drops it down on the table again, opens it reluctantly and hands you something, a magical item, which I will determine later, and says, it was my husband's. Perhaps you can make better use of it. And she's walking along further back. She heads back in the room that she came from originally with the chest. At this time, you notice also there's like that one of the servants that you saw before is back at this doorway, kind of peeking out after hearing the slam, concerned with what's going on. Also, at this time, the worker, the mercenary, let's say, of Fiona, moves past her, shoving aside the servant without much politeness at all. Makes his way past her, moving very quickly, a brisk walk, moving past and around you, ignoring you pretty much entirely, and then makes his way into the other room where Fiona is. You hear him exclaim something, and speaking quickly, and not like a hushed whisper, because the door's still open. He did this all so quickly, he didn't even close the door.
There's a fucking wolf downstairs.
Yeah, pretty much exactly that. Yeah. Yeah, he says something along those lines, and she whispers back in the same kind of tone, and she's like, you can barely hear it, but it's like, what? And I have something to take care of. You take care of it yourself. This is what I pay you for. And he's like, just says, just kind of says, "What?" and then she walks past him. And then she comes back to you, Michael, out here, and says, "Well, I hope you did enjoy your time here all the same, Master Michael." She's polite, kind of has her hands in front of her, and she bows her head. She's not really been this, I would say,
Courteous.
submissive.
I'm sure she
or-
hasn't like had guests to entertain or something to just break the just dull monotony of her day to day. So I'm sure that
Yeah.
she enjoyed this.
Yeah, and she's also intimidated, so she's being a bit more.
Yeah, no, I straight up disappeared in front of her. Yeah.
Yeah, she's being a bit more polite and I would say submissive, or yeah, she's giving him being more polite than she normally would, and more, what am I looking for? Not dismissive, just allowing you a lot more respect than she typically would give most people, especially like denizens of Valaki. So with that, she kind of implies that she wants to escort you out the door. She kind of starts heading that direction.
How much gold did
Yeah,
he lose
and
in that last
stand up
game?
and not a cent.
You didn't lose a cent?
No, he did not lose any money at all. And he got both diamonds and a magical item, which is very nice of me.
That is. Oh,
You didn't get as good an item as I was planning, or that I included, because you didn't get as good a roll as the last time.
Mm.
But all the same, let's lead you all the way to the door. You notice that this door was open. Let me be back there. This door is open, and another servant with like an apron on is like stirring a bowl, and she's kind of like peeking out, like wondering what's going on because of all of the ruckus and all the moving around, and just in general, people have been able to tell that something strange has been going on without any certainty. You also notice at the top of the stairs is a cat. Just move that there. Right there. That's coming out and peeks down at you, staring at you as you're moving away, not really breaking its glance. You're ushered all the way to the doorway. She follows you. You open the door is open for you by her, and she forces a smile and says to you, I understand. I have a better understanding of what your mission is here in this country, but I would request that you please do not cause too much chaos. There needs to be something to reign over when this all plays out. She kind of has like a wry smile, and so you definitely could tell that she's like nervous for the first time I've ever seen. As far as like, she seems uncomfortable, like maybe she's mulling over her allegiance with Strahd, sort of thing. She's not entirely sure that Strahd is necessarily as guaranteed to succeed as she once thought.
Yeah, well, thank you, Lady Fiona. You've been a most gracious host, but if I can offset that loss with paying up for gold, because she did technically win that hand.
Yeah, she did. She just.
I'm
was
sure
being
you keep the
polite.
diamonds but lost gold. Sure, yeah.
Yeah. So.
And it to offset the value deduction of the magical item, could I be like, well, you did win that last hand fair, and I would be amiss to not.
It was the most valuable hand, so as far as the true value of the hand, as far as what you actually had put on the table, would have had to been 1,000 gold pieces, as you're aware.
I was actually expecting more than that.
Yeah. All right. So you give her 1,000 gold pieces, which is quite a lot. But she is quite pleased by your honor and integrity when it comes to gambling the game. the bigger capital G game, and smiles. Probably for the first time in a more sincere and legitimate fashion that you've ever seen. Before, it's always been snide or forced, or in some way meant to be manipulative. But this time, for the first time, it's actually warm and appreciative. Okay, so you
Yeah,
go
and
outside.
as far as chaos goes, that's not my business. That's business of demons. So you won't have to worry about that.
She's the imp on her shoulder just kind of perks up and pats his tail on her chest, which she then kind of reaches up and gives him a little scritching, and she says, "I'm certain you're correct," and then she closes the door politely. Slowly, so that she doesn't slam it in your face.
Goodbye now.
All right, and then she returns back. If you watch through the window at all or anything, she returns back to the living room, and she just kind of sits down in the only couch that you hadn't used, and she slumping down, just drained by so much intensity in a short time. So yeah,
That was
that.
marvelous.
Yeah. So Michael's all done upstairs. What do you guys do? I mean,
Yeah, meanwhile
Lucy
in the
did
basement.
technically want to go upstairs, so.
Yeah, so should we just burn this whole place down and salt the earth? I feel like we
Lucian,
should burn this place down and salt the earth.
He just kind of is walking up the stairs, not even
Oh.
sneaking.
Um,
He's just
Yes.
casual.
if the DM will allow it, would sitting and lounging about playing poker with that? Because it's kind of like a short rest, right? You're just hanging out.
Yeah.
Could I
don't know
change
if
my
the
spells?
entire time would be an hour, but I will allow it. I didn't know you
Yeah,
could
just-
change your spells under a short rest, but if you can, then
Oh, I might not.
I think it's over long rest, except for warlocks, which I think are the exception.
Slash.
But
Well, I wanted to get the sending spell and then send a message to Lucian saying we're done.
let's just say that's
Yeah.
fine. And it happens right when he opens the door and he's coming up the stairs.
But
You get this reception. You hear this.
Am I able to send messages back, or do I just hear them?
Unfortunately, it's
I
not
don't
two-way.
No, it's like a one-way message.
Isn't
Yeah.
it you get one response?
Let me look.
Send send a
Yeah,
message.
they can answer in a like manner immediately. So yes, you get one sentence response.
just
I think it's 25 letters. Yeah, 20.
I just say, sorry, my business isn't.
Okay. Well, before
I keep
Lucian.
walking up the stairs.
Okay. Well, before Lucian continues walking through, I sort of address Darius and say, "Well, I thought we were in trouble there, especially when I started hearing voices in my head for some bizarre reason."
Is her eye moving still, by the way?
No, it's returned to its original state. During the entire fight and everything, it would have been more active. Out of character wise, it was actually a means for the woman that the demon entity that gave her.
Yeah, I
that.
get you.
So-
This moment.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
send
you know, some of
another
the best
message.
wizards I ever knew had 5 people they regularly talked to, which didn't exist. So I don't think that's.
Okay.
I'm gonna send another message to Lucian saying that I handled those devils for you. You owe me this. We're done here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
I think to really persuade him, you're gonna have to give me a persuasion, because he's just gonna respond. I was hoping that I could kill a devil,
Yeah.
live to tell the tale, but it seems you've deprived me of this.
Exactly. He lives for that shit.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. All right, so 16. I'm gonna have to make you
Yeah, I was trying
do
to
an
think.
insight versus that.
Sight.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
It's a begrudging resistance, technically. It's always the defender's
Yeah.
advantage on a tie. So technically, Lucian doesn't have to do anything.
I'm down to roll off. I mean, it seems like a contest of wills.
yeah, you just want to do rock.
Sure. Why not? Technically, Michael would have the advantage.
That,
Yeah.
So, my charisma?
Yeah. You're probably gonna lose.
Yeah, I have
Oh!
really shitty charisma.
Never mind.
So,
All right. Then.
okay.
Yeah, as far as roll off's concerned, Lucian, you took another step forward of reluctance. You're like, but I really want to.
Yeah.
And then, but he's like, God, but he did help us out technically, saving our lives and keeping the plan going. So it'd be very bullheaded of you if you kept it moving.
Well, I respect the rule. So, I mean, yeah, he really wants to keep going, but you convinced him barely to stop.
Yeah, you make it all the way to the top of the stairs, and you're like
Yeah.
out the door, and you're like, fine. And you turn around and you can head back down.
Definitely.
Do whatever you want with the mask.
He's just gonna drop it at the top of the stairs, walk back down.
All right. So you guys just want to leave.
Yep. Jokingly, one was about to go up the stairs, like past him. It's like, what? Well, continuing the mission. It's like, no, we're leaving. It's like,
Yeah, I'm gonna-
What?
I'm gonna put a corpse over each shoulder and leave. He's not gonna say a word yet.
yeah.
He's pretty visibly upset.
What was the?
Yeah,
Both-
he's grumbling pretty hard.
He's covered in blood, pissed, and also carrying two stinky.
Still
I'm a-
wounded too. I mean, you're not like dying, but you're
Yeah.
wounded as normal battle damage.
I'm a bit confused why we came in here initially. Weren't we meant to like be casing the place or something? I mean,
The specific goal was to acquire diamonds. As far as the
oh,
very specific goal was to come here to gamble to acquire diamonds. If they were resistant, then it was to steal.
oh, and Michael was saying mission accomplished anyway. You don't need to sneak around. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, that's yeah. All right, so yeah, let's just say, Lucian, you're carrying two bodies over one over each shoulder. If you want to transport the others, that will need to be
I'm gonna
done
leave
by.
them. I'm intending to leave them and tell Michael that he should go pick up the other two.
Okay. After you left the building, Michael, are you going to be heading along the path, or since you know they're in the cellar, if you can intuit that, what are you doing after leaving?
Yeah, because Michael doesn't really know what went on down there. He just knows that there were devils, and he needed to get them recalled. So, yeah, I guess he'd go in and check on them.
Yeah, so then you actually do get a first-hand account of what actually transpired. You see everything that happened. Well, you know, the aftermath of what happened. You see Cole in his big old direwolf form. Yeah, and the dead cultist, I think, do you want to actually help out Lucian in transporting the bodies like he is wanting?
He says,
Yeah.
We might as well collect the other fruits of our labor.
Yeah.
Points to the bodies and points to Michael after picking up.
Okay.
Yeah, so what happened?
Yeah, so we entered the basement and found, I think they were guests of that lady.
Cultists.
They were
Devil
doing basically
worshippers.
seance, and then some
They-
demons showed up. I'm not sure why. We killed them all, and then Lucian was all like, you know, I'll go up and mess up this lady, but then he went down the stairs, looking pretty, you know, grim.
And the voices.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget the voices.
Oh yeah,
Lots of ways.
lots of
Oh, wow.
voices in our collective heads.
Well,
And,
summoning devils isn't too bad. You usually just get a favor, you make a deal with them, and then that's that. And then your soul is bound to hell from there on out. So, If they were demons, though, that's just chaos.
He doesn't like comment on anything except for
How was
he just
playing
says,
cards?
the devil they summoned gave them only death. No
Yeah.
deals.
No deals from that one.
Yeah.
Actually, the funny thing is that they did not summon him. They just kind of created this like weak
Portal.
plain old portal that was between the two two planes, and then they took advantage of it to attack you guys for their own amusement. Mostly just because they know about your strength and what you did, and although they're grateful for your help in like releasing some of their essence and whatever, they they're still mean.
Yeah, these were pretty weak cultists too. I'm sure.
I mean, their deal with you had nothing to do with if we ran into each other, I might kill you.
That was never not part of the
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
All right, so Michael, you got two bodies on either shoulder. Lucy, you got two bodies on either shoulder, and now you guys are leaving the premises. Where
Yeah,
are
I'm
you
just gonna walk
going?
right in front of the front door, full view of all the windows. I'm just gonna walk out of the cellar, just leave a dirt path, and start walking. Yeah, and then
About
I'll
to
go
ask, should we
downtown.
leave a message?
Oh, yes, leave a message. That was one of the things I was going to plan anyway. I was going to leave like a note behind saying, basically framing Strahd to again, because I love to fuck with their allies and.
Yes, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, you could do that, and then you can essentially make a deception check. And
Yeah.
How convincing your wording is.
Because I've seen his writing, so I'm like, I hope you enjoyed the dire wolf I sent you. This is as clear a message as I can send.
Nice. Okay.
That's not terrible.
Let's see what she rolls. I will roll this openly.
Damn it!
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, she does not believe it. He's sort of obsessive about Strahd. He would never, mess with me.
The
He was
loyalty is unwavering.
never- yeah.
Absolutely.
but I'm gonna go.
He just throws it in the. She just throws it in the fire.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna go down to the middle of the town square with the bodies, and I'm gonna lay them on the ground. And if there's anyone watching, I'm just gonna say, you guys should try to figure out who these belong to. If you want to know who killed them, go to whatever the noble lady's house was. And then I'm just gonna
Okay.
the bodies there.
All right. Yeah,
That's what I do with.
We don't need to make it too complicated in terms of finding the people that are associated with those bodies. It takes a matter of a couple hours in terms of talking to people, identification, moving around, etc. Let's just say it takes a couple hours.
Getting into the dental records. And...
Yeah, just in general, getting the respective bodies to the respective families or just locations. Like the old man lived alone with anybody else. Alright, so let's go to the Valaki map. Okay, so yeah, actually all of you guys are over here. This is roughly where the house was, Wachter So you guys have done that. You got your 2 diamonds, and a item that I will determine soonish. So you got a 300 GP diamond, a 500 GP diamond, because I believe there is spells that never are 300 GP diamonds.
Okay.
If not, then I'll figure out the specifics later.
So,
The magical item that Michael has in his possession.
how much money are you going to return
Oh, yeah,
to us
didn't-
after losing the 1,000, splitting it out, basically?
Yeah, didn't we loan him money?
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Oh
did lose
yeah.
1,000 gold,
Fortunately,
so-
I lost a really big hand. Yeah.
You
So
lost. You lost?
Lucian
Yeah,
looks
but I got-
really pissed.
got this cool thing here.
Lucian looks
Yeah.
really pissed, but he just.
Here's
Yeah.
I got 94 gold. Between
Okay. Yeah, I give them 94 gold. The little brother 47 gold
Lucian doesn't
each.
take it.
Um,
He doesn't take it.
Okay.
Nice. And yeah, and if you want to give the diamonds to people, then you may.
So I got back 45?
Yeah, 47.
47 gold back, okay.
Yeah, Lucian did not take his, so whatever, however, I don't know where that goes, the remaining 47, but Michael, I guess, still has it. The diamond, are you going to give the diamond to one, Michael?
No, I could use it.
Or the...
Yeah, he also has the spell,
Oh.
so...
Yes, you're right, you both do. So I don't know if Michael would ever cast Raise Dead. That would be an interesting religious thing to
course.
think about.
And we
On
are we
that.
obviously
Do
telling each
you-
other that we have a diamond each, and it's like just in case one of us falls, we can use it again. And so
Yeah, I suppose that would be discussed.
we just assume we
Um,
passed on that information and continue. Yeah.
Let's assume that the winnings were divulged. Michael's not keeping everything a secret. I doubt he would. It'd be weird given the circumstances. Do you guys? It's probably early midday. Let's say like 1 p.m. ish. Do you guys want to investigate the forest to the north for the Mad Mage?
Oh yeah.
Or yeah,
I mean,
that's dependent on Darius though, as far as whether we can do
Ah.
that right now, because it is really wizardly, and yeah.
Yeah, and like I said,
If you're heading off soon, I want to give you the opportunity to interact with this.
Well-
This is, yeah.
you know, the question is, yeah, do you want to go hunting? Is that Mad Mage?
I'm gonna say, in character and out of character, are we going to return to this town or city afterwards?
I mean, I figured you guys would be. What my understanding was that you would go to the Mad Mage, you would do whatever the hell that's about, and then you would come back here and do your last minute.
Yeah, my
prepping
last
and
tiny bit of
stuff.
story is still needed
Yeah.
done, but yeah.
Yeah, you would be returning to Valaki for one last time before heading off to Ravenloft. And I can do a hybrid of that in terms of like I can do the Mad Mage next time and like the beginnings of other stuff. We don't have to we don't have to do
It now.
like wait a long time. It'll be all
Maybe we can, like, say, you know, now we are sending out missives or whatnot to allies, so we can just work with the assumption they'll be here when we are here.
Yeah,
Again.
and another important thing is you guys are going to have to go to. I mean, if you want to go to like Barovia Village too, because you have a.
Yeah, we gotta pick up the
Very-
guy.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to take him with you.
Hey,
When
I
would you wanna
mean,
do that?
Michael just demonstrated he was smart enough to take sending.
But he doesn't know that person, unfortunately.
That's shit, that's true.
Darius does.
He does, but, you know, I don't have sending.
Yeah, sending is with the creature with which you are familiar, and by the rules, he technically does not know this person. He has not met this person.
You could learn it. There's wizards inside the Burgermeister's house.
Yeah, you know.
It's probably quicker.
Maybe
than-
if he has like a library, I can, you know, look around. Maybe copy something.
We still got a
as
little
well.
gold left. We can definitely do that.
I mean, or you could just.
Yeah, I say we still got a little
I mean,
gold
honest-
left. I look menacingly at Michael.
Nice. So my point being that you guys are going to be heading that direction anyway. So I mean, if you wanted to pick up Perry when you go that way, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I assume.
He's going to have to physically be at the fight. I don't know exactly how you're going to.
Like we'll definitely do that, but if there's a possibility, we can just not walk there, but you know, do ascending.
I mean, if we're
I wouldn't be
gonna
in favor of that.
if we're gonna hang about, I could
Darius
send.
is always in favor of solving problems with magic instead of hard work.
Sure. I was gonna say if we're hanging around this area, we could send the caravan guards to go pick him up inside the horse. And
You could do that. You'd have to just try what he looks like and all that.
Yeah,
Tell him what the
absolutely.
business where he was and all that. That's not problematic at all. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to wait for next session
Yep.
to do
Mad Mage.
Mad Mage because of Darius's needs to leave. I want him
I
to be
mean,
there for it.
can- I think you can start it, right?
Oh, I mean,
Yeah,
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 we're
the
starting
traveling
in terms
there,
of, like,
yeah.
getting us to there. I'm
Yeah.
just saying the meat of it, like actually maybe running into him or whatever.
Yeah,
I
sure.
don't want to do that actual
You're
stuff.
not be
Yeah.
restricted by me living in time.
We'll
It's
just
more that I want you as a player to be able to experience it.
I gotcha.
That's
That's-
the primary concern.
we'll just do like a
and
random
then-
encounter or something and fill up the time. It's whatever. I don't know.
Well, I mean, we've been already spending most of our time with combat. It's not that big of a deal. But the point being, we have to go north across the lake. We got to do some stuff in there. We can do all that right up to the point where the major event happens, of whatever that would be.
Sure.
But as far as next session, it would be the rest of the Mad Mage, and then everything, all the prep prior to Ravenloft, and heading that direction.
Hmm.
And yeah, that'll be it. And that's enough for a session. I can do that. And I can do that next week, probably outside of like an emergency, but not quite going into Ravenloft yet. So next week might be short. We'll find out. Can't do anything.
I mean, yeah, it tends to like run a bit longer than you expect, but
Yeah, it
not
always
just
does, yeah.
it's like for everyone.
I just want to always say that to people to make sure that I don't want anybody to be going in there with like, we're going to be there for 4 hours. And like, it might not
I'm
be
sure
the
you
truth.
could think of something to stretch it out in case we're running short.
It depends.
Yeah, just
we'll
contrive
find
for fight to happen. That always takes time.
Yeah, I'm going to give you guys plenty of prep time next time in terms of any last minute stuff you want to do. I mean, item crafting or whatever, because, Cole likes his potions. Stuff like that. But as far as right now, because you guys want to go back across the lake and investigate the Mad Mage. That's your thing.
That's our desired destination.
Okay, I'm going to leave.
Yep.
Finding a way your guys capable, and
Yes.
I'm out for the day.
Okay, bye.
Yes.
Yep.
So
Good luck.
thanks, Shane, as always.